All right, friends, how are you today? Aaron Michael Eschenburg here, Honest Day, bringing you some honest astrology for the 20th and 21st of August 2019. Now, I already did an astrology video for the 20th, but we have a big transition, three transitions happening today, right now. Okay, we're in the midst of these transitions from the 20th tonight into the 21st all day tomorrow. Okay, so the moon is moving from fire sign of Aries, of self, into the stable, exalted sign of Taurus. The moon is exalted in Taurus, right? Very stable. We've got Mercury moving from 13 degrees today. Still right now, it's at the later degrees of 13 degrees, moving very, very quickly right now, about 2 degrees a day. It's going to hit 14 degrees tonight, tomorrow, depending where you're at. Okay, and then by noon tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time, it's already going to be at 15 degrees. Okay, why is that 14 degree point important? Because that's the exact lineup that it's going to be the trine with Jupiter in Sagittarius. Then we have Venus in Leo moving into Virgo. Okay, so there's a lot going on. So let me just show you the chart for a quick second here. Now this is tomorrow's. I'm showing you tomorrow's, but I'll come back and I'll explain this great transition. So you see the moon here now in Virgo, or excuse me, in Taurus, making a trine to Venus in Virgo, Mars in Virgo, and it's still making a connection to the sun here. It's still close enough where you're getting this interesting, early degree of one, late degree of another aspected, where it's a positive aspect to another sign. So we're going from earth to fire, where these are normally, an in conjunction or a sesqui-square. It's usually an odder aspect, where this is a kind of a positive aspect. Okay. So those are the three aspects I want to talk about. And then, of course, Mercury up here to Jupiter. So that's still going to be creating a trine all day, but it's like right now. It's now until tomorrow. So this is what? It's 7:30 right now, Eastern Standard Time. So where are we? We've been resparking our fire, right? We've been resparking our passions to life. We've been finding what it is that we love to do, and we're presenting that to the world. And I love the astrology, the Sabian symbols in astrology, and at 15 degrees of Leo. Okay, we look at this as like a pageant, like a giant parade, if you will. And this is very important because what we're seeing is an accumulation. We're seeing multiple sources of entertainment, right? And that's the beauty of Leo, is this is the sign that wants to play. This is the love of life and the ego expressing itself. It's very, very beautiful. So we get to put on our masquerade mask. We get to put on a show. We get to perform, and it's like this parade, this pageant, if you will, is all of these different types. We get the clown cars, you get the bands marching and playing, you get, all of these different forms of entertainment marching right in front of you. Okay, so we all get to do this. We all get to come together to put on a bigger show, a bigger spectacle. So the fun thing about Venus and Mars being in the sign of Virgo right now, we've already gone through this with both of them, okay, in the past month. We've already been through, and then with the sun, okay, we've already gone through this energy, and now we're implementing the work, which is what the earth signs do, okay? So now we get to formulate this. It's like, okay, let's get it all together. Let's put this big show together. I'm a sound guy and you're a camera guy and you're this and this and this, whatever. Now we have a production company. Now we can go film commercials or whatever. Or I'm a photographer and you're a model. Now we can go shoot some pictures or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be like that necessarily a creative thing or in that field, obviously. It can be many, 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 many different things. Whatever it is that you creatively are doing with your life, whatever you're good at, it's like taking this energy of what I'm good at, and finding the other people that are really good at what they do and love expressing it, and coming together to form something that is greater than self. Okay, and that's really awesome with Venus and Mars in the sign of Virgo, because we get to put it into action, we get to put it into work. Further, when Mercury moves into this 15th degree, which is coming tomorrow, this is the energy we're going to feel more toward, throughout the day on the 21st. Okay, so this energy that we're talking about right now is this transition that's happening from fire to earth. Okay, so we're taking this creative energy and we're putting it into practice, and the great release is in two aspects. One, the moon gets to line up with Uranus. Okay, moon is stable in Taurus. Taurus is the most stable, dependable, reliable, stubborn in a positive and negative way. It depends on the time, I suppose. But the moon is exalted in Taurus, okay? As the moon is our emotions, we like to look at it like this is the waves of the ocean, okay? The ocean is lovely, it is beautiful, not very relaxing. It's not fresh water that you can just kind of lay there and look up and not have to worry about every 5 seconds this giant wave crashing over you and smashing you into the bottom of the floor. Right, so the ocean wave's very chaotic. It's up and down and up and down, and this is our emotions, you know? Like, you get an atta girl, an atta boy, hey, I feel good, and then you did bad, and then, oh, we come down, or whatever it is. You know, we experience quite an array of emotions all day long. And to note on that, you know, how's your day? Oh, I've had a bad day, this, and this. And it's usually less than 10 things that someone will say that they're having a bad day. And it's just like, no, these are 10 moments. These are 10 little things. They may be either a big thing or there might be a big underlying thing. But usually these are just moments that are happening, these peaks and valleys of the ups and downs. They're just moments, and we tend to focus too much of our energy on that negative stuff and not realizing all of the other beautiful things, right? So now we should be recognizing or at least putting our attention to the positive things, right? That's why we have this page too, if you're on Facebook, called Today I'm Thankful. And every day I try to get on there and just write something I'm thankful for. And it's an open community page for anybody to go there and write something you're thankful for. They say that 21 days of being thankful, of stating something or 3 things that you're thankful for, can reprogram your mind. And it shifts our attention from negative to positive, which is very important, as there's so much positivity in the world. All right. So our emotional moon up and down and up and down and up and down. In the sign of Taurus, it's very stable, which is very good. It's very grounding. Now, what do we have that's the big kind of, you know, wrench in the side, wrench in the system here, a wrench in the machine, is Uranus in the sign of Taurus. Uranus is the earthquake. It is the, you know, it is the unstable energy in the zodiac. It is the lightning striking. It is that eureka moment, the aha. It's expect the unexpected, you know. So when we have very stable ground, it's a wrecking ball. You know, Uranus is a wrecking ball, and there's nothing going to stop it. Nothing is going to stop this great change from coming through. Doesn't matter how solid that ground is. So when we have the moon meeting up with Uranus this once a month, we can kind of expect some turbulence, okay? And turbulence, this is everything that's, you know, that's happening on one side that seems like it's painful and hurt, on the other leads to healing and reward and rejoice. Okay, so it's just our perspective and how we look at that. Like, everything happens and it's just this boom thing, and it's okay, that happened, deal with it now, move forward. I think I already said this on the show, but literally I have a friend that's like, you know, wanting to redo his basement, and he's got asbestos floors, and it used to be a duplex, so he's got 2 furnaces, and you know, whatever. It's an old house from like 1915 that he's been wanting to redo the basement. You know what happened 2 weeks ago? A truck drove into his house, right into the basement. Destroyed it. You know, the house is still standing. He's got those high basements from those. It's old, 1915, so it's like a high basement. So thankfully the truck did not destroy the first floor of the house. But it's like the universe works in mysterious ways, and it's just like, this is an absolute tragic event, and there's no question about it. Thankfully, my friend, his cats, his girlfriend are all fine. But it's, you know, it's just like, the universe, like I said, works in mysterious ways. You know, a wrecking ball just came and destroyed something, and now insurance, thankfully, is going to take care of some of these things, you know. And he's living without paying his DTE bill not paying, consumers energy or water. So there's positive things within what seemingly negative events. Now, it's a tragic event, no question about it. But do you see what it's the silver lining. And thankfully my friend sees it that way as well. It's like the silver lining in these situations. There's always something positive to look at. So now you're getting a remodel done on insurance instead of having to fork it over out of pocket. So it's just like, all right, universe, you've answered, you've answered. So we can, not that we're expecting a truck to run into our house today or anything hopefully tragic like that, but we can almost expect the unexpected on a day like today, or great breakthroughs, if anything, great breakthroughs and a great release. And this is the other aspect I want to talk about, is Mercury meeting up with Jupiter and Mercury moving into the 15th degree. So at first we have this sense of this parade kind of feeling, like we can all get together, and what I excel at and what you excel at and what you excel at, we come together as this superhero team. And we can put on a show. We can do something that's positive for other people. We can, raise some eyebrows, drop some jaws, and make some beautiful work together, okay? Then further, it's like the storm is finally over. That parade is a lot of work, okay? And when it's finally said and done, there's a sense of rejoicing. There's this sense of like, we did it. We came together. We accomplished this thing. And maybe this has been months in preparation, okay? As I'm sure parades are. I've never hosted a parade, but I'm sure it takes a very long time to get all these ducks in line. But as Mercury is moving into the 15th degree, we get this sense of relief, okay? This relief that this storm has passed, that the chaos is seemingly over. Okay, so that's two really, really, really positive aspects. One with Mercury lining up, creating that trine to Jupiter, and then moving into the 15th degree. And then the other one is the Moon and Uranus meeting together in Taurus. So it's just like we're able to handle whatever this great release is, this great relief, and these great breakthrough moments with a sense of ease, with a sense of comfort, and moving forward, just with ease. We're with this moon is stable. We are stable today. Nothing's flying off the handle. And even if a lot gets loaded onto our plate, maybe this parade is a lot. Maybe there's a lot of work that you are personally doing to it. You can handle it. Not only do you have the fixed sign of Leo, the sun is still there, Mercury is still there, Venus is moving on out into the earth sign of Virgo, being very strategic and planning on what she wants, which is very, very exciting for the next month ahead. Venus is like, hey, I want this, and I want that, and I want this. Now, it's interesting. Venus is exalted in Pisces because Pisces has no boundaries, no limits, okay? So when it's across the way from Pisces and Virgo, it's a very specific thing, okay? So it's not in detriment. It's not in a bad place, but we get to put the horse blinders on right now, and we get to say this or that, and this is where I'm moving to, okay? So that's another fun aspect of the whole month ahead, coming ahead, okay? We're really going to start to put the work in, really start to get focused, but we have this great release, and that is the key to today. It is getting through whatever we got to do. It is assembling this team for this parade. It is figuring out who's wearing what hat and who's doing what for what part of this show. This is a big stage theatrical play, and it's not just the actors on the stage that's important, but it's the stage hand, it's the lighting guy, it's the sound guy. There's all of these moving pieces in order for the audience to enjoy the show, okay? And we're not the audience today. We are performing. We are the ones doing this deed that are allowing others to marvel at life, which is really exciting. And then we get this great, this breakthrough from the moon. We get this breakthrough from Mercury, right? Like, it's over. Like, whew, it's done. We did it. We have completed it. Curtains down, standing ovation. So give yourselves a round of applause. We did it. Standing ovation. All right, we did it. We're moving on. And now we've got 2 days left of the moon, or of the sun in the sign of Leo. So the sun is at 28 degrees, then it's gonna be 29 degrees, and then moving on to Virgo as well. All right. So we're taking all of this creative, passionate energy, and again, we're kind of savoring that flavor right now as things are moving on to like, okay, it's time to get the grind on. You know, it's going to be harvest season coming up very soon, where it's like, okay, get to work, you know. But right now, let's celebrate, let's rejoice, let's do this, whatever we got to do, let's get the parade together, let's assemble the team, and then take a, you know, the giant group photo and celebrate. And then we get to relax and say, we did it. It's going to be a great, great day. And it starts right now. It's starting now. This huge transition is starting from today here at 7:45 now. I'm talking, just flapping my gums away. 7:45 all the way till tomorrow night. So enjoy this transition, enjoy this fire energy, enjoy this very focused Virgo energy with our loving Venus and with our accelerator Mars, and the sun is coming up right behind them to illuminate this light, to illuminate our path and show us where we're going, and we are on track. I'm just getting excited. All right, you have an amazing day, amazing night, an amazing day tomorrow. We'll see you on Thursday.